Welcome, people. We are back. You are listening to the Fuller Chat podcast with myself, Kay Shante, and
myself, Rosha. You don't know how that thing goes already.
So today, listen, if you're new here, why are you new? Why haven't you listened before? Go back, pause this episode, go back, listen to the other ones, and then come back and forward, yeah? But if you're coming back again, then yeah, we give thanks always. So today is a very, very, very special episode, like very special episode.
Thank you so much. We're so humbled and we're so grateful for this opportunity. True, don't even know, yeah? Let that just be known.
All right, cool. Thank you. Reggae superstar, yeah? Rapper, singer, artist, Empress Lila Ike is in the building.
Cause when I look at me right, yeah man, trust me. So happy to be here. You know, I really appreciate when I saw you guys reaching out and thing. I realized, say, some woman, say, yo, I'm gonna give me energy to this. And I'm full of chat. You don't know me, full of chat. Yeah? Love and life. Thank you.
Thank you. Respect that. And like Rose said, to have you here is just, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Respect the thing fully. So you've been in London for a while, innit? For a little while. Yeah, I see you about and stuff. Was you surprised? Did you think your first time coming here?
No, I came here in 2017, but at that time I didn't really start music officially yet. I hadn't released my first single. I just knew Protege and we were working on my first single, so he just said, you know, if you're here, just join me on tour. Yeah.
Okay, I guess coming now is very different because we're in the middle of this pandemic. And, you know, it's all a bit different now. What surprised you the most about coming here in London?
You know, when I first came, I came solely just to do the show. And whenever I go to places for work, quote unquote, I always like get an extra 2 days or so for myself where I can just balance, see when I can do little shopping or something. And the day before I left, when I was officially supposed to leave on the 18th of September after City Splash, I don't know, I did my COVID test and everything, and I just remember telling Uncle, yo, I'm not ready to go yet. Because so many people were reaching out, so many artists I wanted to meet, so many producers, and I was like, I really haven't given them the opportunity to link up and thing. And I just decided to stay, and the minute I changed my flight, is my entire energy changed. I was just so ready to just take in the entire vibe here. Yeah, man.
So what do you love about London? What's your favourite thing about London?
My favorite thing about London is that it's so much like Jamaica. It's like Jamaica but first world, you know? Yeah, man, like everywhere I go, I meet a Jamaican or hear a Jamaican, or there's some familiarity. Like I don't feel like, say for example, when I go to Europe, I feel out of place. I know that I'm just here to do my work, but I don't mind just hanging out here, you know, like chilling, doing stuff like this and meeting people and chatting with people. So that's what I love, just how much our cultures are basically the same, actually.
The culture definitely lives on here in London. Everywhere we go, and we love it, innit, Ro? Like, it's just, you know, like, have to keep that going. So have you been raving here? Have you been to any dances or anything?
Of course, yeah, man. Last week, Saturday, I go on party, man. I think the promoter named Sleepy, he's actually playing right now at the farewell party. And it was just amazing because I haven't had that experience since COVID. Not gonna lie, I go to illegal party at Jamaica, but you know, you're partying on the edge. Police can come at any point and it's a whole thing. But I haven't partied from night till daylight in ages. Yeah, I only experienced them thing there when in the country. You get me I say? So I've definitely been going to them thing there. You know, Raheem Sterling invited me to his thing and I saw Popcorn and he was like, yo, let's go to the club, and it was amazing, man. I love it because trust me, it's a completely different vibration back home.
Oh, that's nice. So you kind of answered some of them, but we have a little quiz like, are you a raver, or which type of raver are you? Yeah, so which type of raver are you? You standing up, meds in with a spliff and a drink, or are you like in the miggle? Like what kind of raver?
You know, it can be both though. There are times when I go to certain spaces and depending on the energy, the music that's being played, who I'm with, then I might just be a mute and I'm just there looking like, all right, this is cool. And then there's a time when like me just completely transform into I don't even recognize myself, you know? And that's when I have the most fun, because I put a limit on myself, you get me? I say, I understand, say, a lot of the inspiration I get from life is actually living life, which means say, I go party, I love party loud and in the middle and whatever, you get me? Me young, I'm a millennial, you see me?
Straight, you know what? I love that, and I'll just take something from that. You know, like I believe in like these omens. Like, you say something, and you need to take something from it. You get me? Because personally, I'm like standing up. I like to watch my surround. You'd think people were after me how I go on. I'm like, what's going on? Just vibes in, holding up. You know what I mean? I'm not too much in the middle and getting lost. But you're right. What you said about enjoying the moment, like just being in the moment. That's what life is for living. Life is for living.
So, except for like obviously Jamaican music, because that's how we grow. What other type of music do you like?
I really like, well, Jamaican music, which includes reggae, dancehall. I also love country music. And I like country music because when I was very young, or while I was growing up, my mom never necessarily believed in television. So she had one, but it wouldn't be open. It wouldn't be on. See me, I call it open. It wouldn't be on within the household. So what country music brought is it's always a story. It's always something that I could visualize. And I feel like that actually helped me even with like my songwriting and certain things. And I really like grime too. You see me? Like when I came in 2017 was the first time I was hearing most of the grime artists, and I got so into Dave. Like I was really into. Yeah man, J Hus was my artist at first. I was hearing, did you see what I done? Then I heard him then I heard him on a song with a guy named Dave, and from then I've just been really hooked. For somebody so young with them meditation there, he's actually one of my dream collaborations for sure. Yeah man, put on it for me there.
That's, you know what, Dave is an artist, and I rate artists, and that's why we rate you highly, because like to be able, I've heard stories about like people being in the studio with Dave, and he really is like, listen, this hook needs to sound like this and make people feel like this, and music is not just there for just vibes, you know, all the time. Like it has to raise vibrations. So yeah, that's a nice one. Dave and Lila Ike, we couldn't see that happening. Oh, that would be fire, man. I'm not ready for that.
Speak it into existence, isn't it?
Right, cool. All right, back on the raving thing very quickly. Brown drink or white drink?
Brown.
Cool.
What's your favourite brown drink, may I ask?
Well, right now, I'm not tell a lie. Since I came to London, I got introduced to this whiskey called Monkey Shoulder. That's all I've been drinking.
I've never had whiskey before, you know. Maybe we could, yeah.
Let's try that one.
Conscience or Dexter Daps?
Difficult, innit?
We're talking about raving vibes though, so let's make it fair. Yeah. So we're in a rave.
Conscience, I feel, has like a more raving thing about him. Dexter Daps is when the party gets sexy and a wind-up business, you know?
Yeah, see, I like sexy bash dancehall, should I say? Yeah, I like that. Chronics or ported? I'm joking. No, I ain't gonna do that to you. Cool. So you spoke a bit about obviously your upbringing. And firstly, who is Lila Ike? Where did that name come from?
Well, my real name is Alicia Gray. When I was growing up, people always shortened it for some reason, so I'd be called Lisi, you know, Ali and all of that. And I don't remember who it is what called me Lila one day. And I just felt like that was me. So I changed my Facebook name, everything, to Lila Gray. And then I met somebody when I moved to Kingston. This guy called Ike Chukwu. It's actually he was Nigerian. Well, he is a Nigerian brother. So like his name is from a tribe in Nigeria called the Igbo tribe, which means God is powerful. So I just shortened it, Lila Ike.
God is power. God is power. It makes sense. At what age did you know you could sing? And you know what, like that question's funny, but you know, everyone tries to sing. I sing in the shower and here and there, but what age did you feel like, I actually have a talent, like this is special?
You know, when I really, really believed I could sing was probably when I was graduating from high school. Because I wrote a song, just shared it with my best friend in high school. Her aunt was actually like on the board, the administrative board in the school. We were graduating and I was like, I don't really want to sing them regular R. Kelly the way everybody sing, you know? And I wrote a song and she heard it, she shared it with her aunt, and her aunt shared it with the music teacher, and all of a sudden it's a graduation song. But it was when I was performing it at graduation and I saw the reaction it was having, like the effect it was having on like the principals, students, parents. I was like, hold on, this seemed to be, you know, something very powerful. Yeah.
That's so nice. Will we ever hear that song?
So when you were growing up, who was your favourite artist? Like, what music was running in your household when you was younger?
My mom listened to a lot of reggae music. She'd be playing Garnet Silk day in, day out. So he became my favorite artist, especially after hearing his story, how he passed and everything. Sizzla Kalonji, Buju Banton, Lauryn Hill, Michael Jackson. As I said, my mom played everything, mostly gospel and reggae. Yeah.
Nice. That's very nice. And you speak about your parents. What was life like for you growing up in Jamaica? And also, like, what was the biggest thing your parents taught you?
Well, it's parent actually, because I was just raised by my mom. I have my mom and 3 sisters, you know. But mostly the biggest thing she taught me is just independence, you know. Being a single woman with 4 children, 4 girls. Got pregnant in high school, didn't get to finish her school, but I watched her like build herself from scratch, and she was very much down to earth. Nothing, she put pride behind her, you know. So if it means that we're gonna be walking on the road and she see a bottle that you can take and exchange for like $5, she pick it up. And even we sometime during Christmas, when there was like everybody was out celebrating, I had to be selling liquor and all of them things to even my friends. And I guess that kind of taught me, say, yo, certain things just fake, you know. At the end of the day, it's what real to you, is what you have to do to survive. That matters. So that's what really made me feel my mom played a big role in me being the woman that I am.
And real spit, like I get it. My mom's a single parent of 9. So there's 9 of us, and I'm one of the babies, so I've seen it through, like, so yeah, I rate that. And big up our mums, innit? Big up our mums. All the time. Trust me. That's dope, man, and thanks for sharing that with us, because obviously it's not always. So I heard that, you can confirm this, but you left uni to follow your dreams. How did your mum take that then? Like, when you decided, cool, like, I want to be an artist, that's it for me.
It was rough. I initially didn't necessarily leave university to follow my dreams, because at the time I wasn't even sure what my dreams were. You know, my mom, like, she picked out everything, what I was supposed to study. I was studying to be a teacher and everything. And you know, when you're raised in the country, their ideas of success and becoming is a doctor, a nurse. They never really branch off into like being a dancer or a singer. My mom knew I could sing. She was the one who'd encourage me most times, because we'd sing together in the household. But I really left Christiana and moved to Kingston in order to get a job so I could finish my studies. Now it's the first time I was being on my own, because I grew very sheltered. I never even went to sports there or anything like that. Never had a sleepover, never gone to a party until I moved to Kingston. So it was like, you know, trying to ensure that, all right, I'm in this space here. I need to get a job. I need to finish my studies. My main focus was always to make my mom proud. But naturally, you know, it's my calling. It's what was ordained. So everything kind of began to all of a sudden I'm in the same room with Protege. I'm around other great producers. And I'm telling you, like, I used to pull up anywhere there was music. I'd go out, and I was doing school, I was working, and whenever it is I have some free time, I'm either at a jam session, I'm either at a karaoke, whatever it is, you know. And naturally, everything kind of just come full circle, and all of a sudden, Protege is reaching out. I'm meeting Janna and Jesse Royal and all of these people.
So, what was your first job?
My very, very first job, I worked. I guess it was what them call it now, something under the service that you had to do for school. Yeah, like somewhere you have to do for school, like you have to. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was working at a library, like as a librarian, and then I left there. Well, I wasn't necessarily getting paid for that. My first real job where I was paid is call center. That's all I've ever worked in, a 9 to 5. Yeah.
That's nice. I can imagine picking up the phone and it's like Lila Ike on the line. What?
I'm so excited.
That's crazy. So, you know, like, you followed music, you love music, we know it. What do you think your mission here is? I'm highly spiritual. I believe we're all here and we have a mission and a purpose. If you know, or if you feel it, what do you think your mission here is?
It's definitely something I'm still growing into, but I do feel like I have a very compelling spirit, and it's one that kind of breaks the status quo as it relates to who an artist is meant to be. Because I feel like over the years, due to Hollywood and certain things, you know, people feel like, say, artists are these icons that they need to worship and fall at their feet. Like for me, I can't give everything of myself to everybody, but I'm trying my best to be as real and straightforward. So that means say another little girl or a young lady or a young woman rather will see Lila Ike and be like, wow, she's really talking some conscious stuff and some real stuff. But when I look at her, she wear lashes like I do, she have her nails like I do. Like it's not a religion based thing. It's clearly just somebody who is learning themselves and learning to find themselves and discovering everything that they can do and sharing their experiences, because that's all I'm doing. Because I've had a very rough life, like from Christiana to Kingston. I've gone through some very horrible things, and it's like I take that energy and I just put it in my music. So even a song like Where I'm Coming From, you know, when me say life of a queen in a this here concrete jungle, it's so many things that it encompasses that I'm not gonna say exactly what it is, because I realize too that a lot of people sell, even when they're talking their truth, it's become something that is so common that if I go out and say, oh, I was raped or whatever, it's like, oh, Jano, but that happened to everybody or whatever, you know? So it's like I really focus on like my energy and being real and being pure and be like, all right, may I work on that song, yeah? This is the vibe. I'm gonna ensure that I sing this way. So in my peace of mind is a reason why I dealt with it the way I did. Peace of mind. Because I want the energies, it's who it's gonna reach and what it's gonna do for them. So for me, my mission is just continuing to grow and sharing my experience and being responsible with my platform, you know?
And yeah, go on.
So what advice would you give to young girls?
Well, the first and foremost, the first advice I'd give any young lady is to first understand and know that you're beautiful and you don't need any man to tell you that you're beautiful. Neither do you need your friend. No, don't say that. But you don't need, what do I say this now? You don't need validation from anybody. Because I grew up and I went to high school and I was dirt poor and I had a lot of rich friends who had things, and I saw how there's a difference in how people perceive certain people just because of how they look. Jamaica has a colorism problem. So for me, I have two very dark skinned sisters and I have a light skinned sister, and me and my older sister, she's dark skinned like you. Like I would see how people would interact with us. Like we'd go to school and I'd make the most friends because of how I look. You get me? And say, so for me it's like we already exist in a world where everything is all based on a facade. Like, oh, I'm gonna roll with these people because they're cool, I'm gonna roll with them because they have nice hair, it's like just learn to look within yourself and know, say, yo, because I was mocked through school for a lot of things. I had teeth, like I used to suck my fingers, so I had a buff teeth. I have freckles. There's a time when my freckles was like people are laughing after me, but now me see people are tattoo with freckles on them face. So it's like you're just looking at yourself and just understand, say, what is presented here, it's me, and I won't allow anybody to add anything to it unless it's positive and true and real, something that I can grow, and I won't allow anybody to speak negatively over me because it's just not their standard. I'm 100% comfortable where I'm at, and if it means say this guy not gonna mess with me or this girl not gonna be friends with me, I'm fine. I have to learn to just get to that point, and once you realize that, just know, say, you're a queen. Every woman is a queen. It's corny, but it's the truth, and that is how me operate. Like me know, say me is a queen. Like I've gone through the fire and know, say, yo, you must be a queen to be able to you see me? Yeah, so you do that, and trust me, you keep that in your back of your mind and you're good.
You know, that's beautiful. And even when you're talking about your mission and what you put in your music, like I feel it on 100, and I know all your supporters, they feel it too. They feel it. So just never, like, always keep that, man. Always keep that. Trust me, because I know a bit about the industry and I know how it can get, but it is, especially for a female as well, I can imagine. So it's like, I know how it must be, but once you're following, doing what you love, you have a line, do it for the love, and naturally the light will shine. You know how real that is? As long as you're following your passion and doing what you love, yeah, nothing can go wrong. Enjoyment is the true purpose of life. You're supposed to enjoy. So I feel that on a different level, and I love that. Your hit single, Where I'm Coming From, that was like the perfect this is who I am song. Like from the start to the finish, you know, like just perfectly constructed. Like we know who you are after you listen to that. Everyone will know who you are, and I feel it and I rate it because it's very bold. It's a very bold song to be like, this is who I am. I don't care about, that's it. And I rate that. So where was you at? And did you expect it to do as well as it did, firstly? And where was you at in that space?
You know how I came up with where I'm coming from? I remember I released Biggest Fan, then I released Gotti Gotti, and I released Second Chance. And you know, I've always been on edge about my career because naturally everybody wants to be successful. I would love to be one of the biggest artists or even the biggest artist ever. And it's not even necessarily just for fame because my main thing is just influence. I understand that if I am an artist that people look up to, then I can influence them. I can go into a school and tell some young youth, say, yo, watch you know, if you wear your pants below your ass, is that's not cool, bro. And because of the influence, they're like, all right, you know what? If Lila Ike say, just because, you get me? So I remember just observing my career and, you know, having a man like Protege on the journey played a big role because there are times when I got so low, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm making all these real music. Why are people not connecting? But it's like, it's just that thing where you feel as though everything needs to come to you at once. And I've learned over the years to be patient. Now with where I'm coming from, I remember I was at a studio voicing a dub plate for Second Chance, because after I released Second Chance, like I realized that the reggae community, the dancehall community, the dub plate community, it was a huge thing. Like crazy sound man did I link me for dub plates. I started making money from dubs. Like whereas, you know, it would take a while for me to get a royalty check, like I could make real money right now from this. And I'm like, I remember I voiced a dub and with Casper, that's the name of the guy who co-produced with Natural Eye. And I was about to leave the day, and he said, boy, Lila, you know, I have this instrumental I really wanted to hear. I said, Jesus Christ, no, what am I going to do? Right? And he played it for me, and I'm telling you, after the first 30 seconds, I'm like, yo, I'm going in the booth. And because I was so overwhelmed by everything that was happening, I'm like, yo, I'm going on my first solo tour in like 2 weeks. Second Chance is tearing up the place in reggae and everybody, and I'm getting all this love from all these different people. It's like right off the bat, I never wrote that song by paper. I just went in the booth, he played the bill, and I'm like, thankful for the blessings. Yeah, man.
My favorite song.
Thankful for the blessings that are falling on my table, learning all my lessons. And I just remember like the people, like there were like both 3 or 4 men, and I'm singing the song and I'm watching people reacting to it like ba 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 yo, you know. And yeah, that song, and I'm realizing now that everything that I've said, and I just see how important word sound is. It's like I wake up the other day, Cartel have it post on him page. It's an amazing thing. You get what I say? And look how long I release the song. You get me? And it means that for it to reach this, so it means that somebody else in a jail I listen that, and I get moved by that, and my heart is just full because that's all I ever want. And even when I go back home to do the video, the love I was getting from my people, like everybody in where I'm coming from video, is either family or people who from a community. Everybody, there's not a stranger in that video. People who know me from my baby. So like the realness of the energy that was poured into a song like that, and the fact what it's speaking about, and the fact that everybody can relate. You can relate. No matter what, even if you're freaking rich, even if you're born in a riches, because everybody have them journey. You get what I say? So yeah, that song for me was an experience where even now I'd listen back to it and I'm like, yo, like I listen to myself outside of myself, like, yo, this girl is talking some things, you know?
That is nice. And even that song is just makes me stand up, you know? You got to big up your chest for that one. But even Solitude, like that has got me through some dark days. Like it like seriously, whenever like I feel it and listen to it empowers me so. I don't think you understand, but I hope like a lot of the real ones will always get it. Just know that, yeah. Even if a lot of people don't, the real ones will always connect, and that's all that matters. Because we don't want to make music for anyone that ain't feeling it. Really, get me? I love that. Right, you have to feel it. Yeah.
I need to have that release.
That release. Yeah, it's true. So we know they say music is therapy. What else do you do to like return back to peace, kind of?
You know, say it's like I develop different hobbies over time. So like after watching Queen's Gambit, decide to me have to learn to play chess.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm playing now. Really love it. I like video games too, so I'll play Fortnite, Mortal Kombat, Mario Go Kart. I love reading. You know, I read some really dope books. Protege is always encouraging me to read. So you guys are here. I'd encourage you to read this book called The Art of Worldly Wisdom. Yeah, it's The Art of Worldly Wisdom. It's very old, you get me? Baltasar Gracian is the writer. I love reading philosophy and psychology, you know? So I love going out, I love partying, actually. A lot of people would think me very reserved, but you see, because I didn't get to do a lot of that when I was young, when I get the chance, like I'm out there, I'm having fun. And I'm really passionate about youth, so in Jamaica, me and my creative director, along with some other women, we started this foundation called Empress Circle, where we just mentor some young girls, like get different people to come in different week time, child psychologists, somebody teaching them self-defense. It's kind of on a pause now due to Corona, but like I'll spend time just reasoning with youths. You get me I say? Because really and truly know what my thing for be. Oh, I understand, say with the music and becoming big, there's all these blessings. I can own some gold chain or whatever. What's the soul? What's the realness? Whose life am I touching? If you give back to all of that, you know?
I fully respect that, and it's always, you have to give back, you know. Giving, love is giving. So if you really are full of love, you'll just be giving, and I respect that so much, man. And it's also, I also believe in be who you wish your younger self had, you know. So that's a big deal as well. Like I'm big on mentoring myself. Even Rho, she deals with a lot of criminal justice, so she's trying to help the youths on her own.
Like some, you know, like youths that have been entwined in the criminal justice system, and just try to help them basically the best that I can.
So yeah, we're big on giving back, and I'm glad that you got to share that. Because see, people don't know that sometimes they just see the music, they don't know, and then we don't do things for people to even see. But it's nice to know that, listen, it's how important it is. You have to give back. That's how we shine so bright, because we're giving, you know. We're not just out here taking with our hands out. Yeah. So that's very, very important. Okay, another question. This is a random one. I asked if I had any Lila Ike fans, and people was like, yeah, they got questions, da-da-da. So, like, do you ever want marriage and kids? Like, what do you feel about marriage and having kids? Like, I know it's a bit early, but, you know.
Yeah. No, man, to be honest, I'm not telling a lie. I've been thinking about having children hard. I feel like if I wasn't doing what I'm doing, I wasn't on this path, I'd probably be having kids already. So definitely I'd love to. I want 2 sons, twins, so that I can like, yes, I want to get them like, I don't know, they're just so cool, you know. We'll be wearing the same hairstyles. I get in them because I'm obsessed with shoes, you know. So it's like kind of me just living through them. But yeah, I do believe in marriage and children, if it's real and if it's pure. You get what I say?
So you have a man?
That too personal. It's way too personal.
Cool. That's beautiful, man. You know what? Like, you know, I had questions and that, but forget all of that right now. This is just a real conversation, and this is what we do here on Full of Chat. We just sit down and we just, you know, hold vibes and just have some real conversation. There's not enough of that happening, you know. There's a lot of like fake stuff going on, and people just need to speak their truth, and that's what we're here for. We don't tech back, no chat. Anyway, so yeah, back to music. You had a collaboration with Skillet. How did that come about? Because yeah, like, how did that come? It weren't random, because that's something I could have heard anyway. And I love the song, like, love it, yeah. I want to know what was the story behind that?
You know, say, Skillet, I met Skillet before I even knew who Skillet was. Went to a show, Savannah was performing, I went to support her. He was also performing. I didn't know that he was the guy who sang Brick Pan Brick then. The show was over. He came up to me, he's like, yo, rate you, Ray. I don't know who this guy is. But you know, I give him my energy and thing. A couple weeks later, I realized that it was him. So I checked my DM to see if he has ever talked to me, because he was telling me he loves my music, and I realized he had. And so we exchanged numbers and thing, and there's somebody me always reason with, because I found his East Side mixtape, and I was like, you know, separate and apart from the message or whatever that's in the music, this guy has some serious skills, and I've never heard anything like it before. So I was really into his stuff. And when I dropped when I dropped my EP, I think it was like almost a year later that I released the Die Will music video, and because I wanted to make it exciting, because I understand that, you know, I was even surprised to see how people interacted with Die Will, because it almost never made it to the album, because I was like, you know, this is probably gonna sound like, I don't know if people are gonna be, it sounds like gotti whatever, just my insecurities. Protege is like, I don't know about you, we had a whole back and forth about it. He's like, it's coming on the album, live with it, you know. So big up Biggie for that. And I was like, you know, I'm going to give people something exciting for the video. So I decided I'm going to do a remix, and he came to mind, reach out to him. He said, yo, send the instrumental. 3 weeks later, I have like one of the sickest songs I could have imagined. And just the fact that those two energies, mine and his, it's like he brought me in a space where I may have never been before, that a lot of people never know about me till that. Like I can pull up to some dance hall in a Jamaica and that tune they play and it literally about the party just cause he's a part of it, you know. So it's stuff like that. It's like, yeah, there's a hype of having Skillet on the song, but it also reaches some youth when they must say, yo, that will always be done in a man. Me not tell a lie, me no. You get me? So like it's a beautiful thing for me, and that's all that came about.
Nice, yeah, we love that one. More music, Batty Rider Shorts, powerful, powerful song, you know, like powerful song, powerful message. Can we expect more music like that?
100%. My main thing is always gonna be message. It's like whatever I observe and it has an effect on me, you know, I'm gonna speak about. You get what me I say? Obviously there's a lot, like I'm working on my album right now, some beautiful music, really nice collaborations. You get what me I say? But just talking the real, like I speak from what I know. So there's this song I have on my album called True Love, and it's just a song where it just encompasses everything that I'm experiencing and everything that's going on in the world right now, and I just can't wait to share it with people, you know. But yeah, just realness, you can definitely expect them things. Batty Rider shots are something I see in front of me. We see this every day where women, you get me, you can't go down the road and like anything literally, even if you have on a freaking wheel. You know, people, men are gonna be coming and trying to. I've gotten hit in my face already because somebody tried to speak to me and I wasn't giving them attention. So that's why me even sing certain way and put out certain energy. Cause important for even the youth them here say, hold on. If them hear that song and them say, oh, when the little girl a pass lower make she walk. Maybe if a guy is calling to this little girl and she remember that she's like, you know, say this is not supposed to happen though. So yeah, it's just how it is.
Respect that so much, and that makes me excited still. I'm glad that you're like there's more music, more conscious music coming, because that's what I like to listen to, you know. Music with a message is always important for us, man. What is the highlight of your career so far?
Highlight of my career so far, it's definitely being in studio with like her, you know, like she reached out and said, yo, she want we do some work, you know, she's working on her EP and thing, and she wanted me to come in and help, and I was like, it's crazy because she's an artist that I respect, and to have her reach out to me, like it's like whoa. And then I'm not gonna lie, like even Cartel posting me, he's one of the most hailed artists in Jamaica, the biggest artist in the world actually, and for him to decide say it wasn't even a case where him just put up my song in a story. He had a picture where him literally sit down and edit and put the song, so it show me say yo, him really rate what go on, and I mean this is the god of music. I think so. I feel amazing. Yeah, man.
That's nice, and you deserve your flowers. You know, people usually hand people their flowers at the end of their career. You deserve your flowers now. And people, listen, if you're listening, I actually forgot we're doing podcast. If you're listening, yeah, you need to know about Lila Ike, and you need to be supporting the thing and pushing it and giving her flowers, because you can't stop this thing, you know. Like, run it till your legs don't work, because it's powerful and I respect it and I rate it, and it's a long time since I felt like we're similar ages, and it's a long time since, you know, something so in alignment with the music. It's therapy for me. It's therapy for a lot of people. So just keep doing you, and it's amazing, and this is the flowers that we're giving to you right now.
So where can we find you?
Yeah, man, it's Lila Ike on everything. LILAIKE. So Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I always go live from my Instagram because I like showing people who I really am. You get me? I say? You get to just see me. Like, I just be live doing my own thing. Because I just believe that it's good to connect with people. When it is, I feel, because there are times when I just delete every app off of my phone. You get me? So Instagram is where I'd say, Instagram and Twitter is where I'm most active, where I'll actually sit in and try and connect with the people who are following the music, but LILAIKE and everything.
And have you got any upcoming projects you want to let the people know about?
Yeah, currently working on my album, you know, so you guys can definitely look forward to that. I have a tune, as I said, True Love. It's hard, it's really hard to stay up with everything happening all around. It's like all I see is sin. Hate is in the air, real love is diminishing. I'm just trying to balance and just go and do my thing. Trying to find a little light that's left out there in the world. Want to use it and go inspire every boy and girl. Want to make them know say love is still that ultimate goal. Put that light within your heart and get fire in your soul. But it's hard.
Why?
Yeah, man, the things are hard.
Oh.
So excited.
No, how long are you gonna make us wait for that?
That'll come out, I can't tell you a specific day, but next year early.
Oh, nice. So, you know, like New Year, we can put our feet up and that and just, ready for them. I love that. Do you have any questions for us, just randomly? If not, that's okay, but...
How old are you guys?
I can't tell you.
She got, what? 26, I'm 26. Go on, Rose, drop it.
Oh, girl,
Tell you what, mine.
I'm 30.
you don't look 30. You should be glad. Yeah, man, I'm proud of honest still. I love see when young women do things where make sense. You get me? Proud of honor, blessings and light and honor here.
Thank you very much. Listen, this has been amazing, and you know what? Shout out to Cameron Woman. I'm gonna tag you and all of this stuff. Look, go on.
Big up Gazelle. Yo, I met her here actually. You know, she took some really dope pictures of me at City Splash. And she reached out and she's like, yo, you know, I'd love to link up and take some videos and thing. And I was like, yeah, I definitely love that. You know, and I remember I had a little pop-up show and she pulled up, and just really great to work with, very pure energy, light energy. Big up yourself, Gazelle. You know, again, me always support women because I understand how hard it is for women in this business. You see me? So more love and light to you, yo. Thank you for doing this for these guys.
Thank you. City Splash was sick, by the way. I was at the front with the light on like this, crying, you know, like tears. Me and Makeda, big up Keda, Mac 10, all of that. Tears, you know, because it's just the energy. Anyway, you have been listening to the Fuller Chat podcast special episode with Lila Ike. Come on, just take it in.
Listen, we are so grateful and we are so humbled that you even gave us. I'm in awe right now. That's why I'm so quiet. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I'm so grateful for this opportunity, and we owe you so much. And thank you so much for this opportunity. Yeah.
Every time I just blessings and light and love. I'm glad you guys could make it because don't know me, I try pattern everything before I go away. So thanks for coming and giving me this energy too. Is it me?
Listen, anytime. You're my big friend now. You mean?
Yeah, man, love and light. Full of chat. Cause when I look at where I'm coming from, looking back at where my journey began, full of chat, you are the real one. Love and light.
Thank you. Signing out. Over.